All right, we're back. Cyberpunk 2077, playing on the Xbox One S, the low-end model. And, well, it's running okay, honestly. A little lag, like you saw a little jump there. It's running fine. It's just to play the game, have fun in it. I'm not, like, pushing the game to its limits here. And this isn't a video comparing this to anything else or trying to claim this is the best game ever. I'm just having fun. I'm doing stuff. I'm doing a lot of this stuff, guys. This is, up until this point in this series, I've mostly been doing, like, the main quest in Chapter 1 here. But now, I've been playing, actually, for, like, 40, 50 hours, right? I have a lot of footage. I'm way past this point. I'm just going over my old footage, basically, right now. But this is kind of the start right here of what my gameplay has been like. I'm just walking around looking for random criminals and learning different ways to fight the game. At this point, I just got the pistol. I'm pretty basic, so I'm not going to be doing a ton of hacking or that stuff. But later on, man, I get into the hacking. I'm sniping people. It's pretty fun. But this is the flow. This whole episode, you'll see. I'm doing a few jobs like this. You'll see the flow of how I've been enjoying this game. All right, we took a little heal there. And again, the first time I played this game, oh my god, the graphics were horrible on release on Xbox. And then the people would be hacking me, and then I would take one of those things and it would do that effect. I'm like, I can't see a freaking thing. Between the bad graphics, being hacked, bullets flying everywhere, not strobe effects, but, you know, lighting effects everywhere. Inside, smoke, you know. And then I take one of those. I'm like, what the heck? I can't even see when I'm healing. But I like that effect, though. Now that the graphics look a little better and clearer, at least, I'm sure we can do a little nitpicking here and there with the graphics. But you know what? It looks fine. For the most part, it's as good as any other game on this system, honestly. It does obviously have a lot of frame drops and lag, but I'm someone who's used to playing Skyrim and Fallout with mods, and I'm playing them on Xbox too. Skyrim actually runs really great on Xbox. Fallout with mods on Xbox is a challenging experience, and I experience a ton of lag and crashes when I go downtown, so it is a par for the course for me, honestly. And of course, you know, that's with mods. It's not, it's riskier. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not here judging the game. I'm not reviewing the game. I'm not handing out any Game of the Year or Century awards. I'm just saying, it's my normal playthrough is Fallout with mods. So I'm used to this kind of lag, and I play through it because I'm having fun. That's all. And again, it's not like it's lagging right now or anything. I'm just talking in general since this is the beginning of the video, and I'm just setting up what I'm doing on my playthrough here. So, but man, I am really enjoying just like all these little nooks and areas. There's gangs everywhere. You got dumpster fire. You know, like, I don't know, man. It's a lot of it is pretty empty feeling, to be honest. Like, I don't feel like, you know, it's not like I connected to these characters here in this gang or anything. You know what I mean? But as far as an action game goes, I'm having a ton of fun, you know? So to me, it's all, honestly, some of it feels more like a Far Cry type of game where it's like an action game with like role play elements than like a game like Skyrim. But, you know, other parts of it are going to feel more like an RPG too. But I'm just saying, like, the way all these little missions are laid out, honestly, not that I've played a whole Far Cry game, but I'm vaguely familiar with it. It feels like those types of games to me, which those games are fun. I'm like, people have a ton of fun in those games, but they're, you know, I don't know. This ain't The Witcher. Let's put it that way. Anyway, look at this. We finally started doing the photo mode stuff at this point, and I just shopped with this guy and bought this outfit here. So, you know, I walked around for a little. I found him. I didn't actually record that part when I did the inventory stuff. This guy looks like the freaking Joker, by the way, with the green hair. But anyway, we got the cowboy hat. I'm still wearing that hat, the gold cowboy hat. The rest of the outfit has changed a lot since this point, but the actually I still have the visor too. So this is the point where I, you know, like the pink kind of matches the coat, but I like the look of the red. And the funniest part about this cowboy hat, if you notice, well, I have long hair now. I have like cornrows, a color cornrow haircut. The hats give you hair. Which I like, honestly. You can't get a freaking haircut in this game. You can put an implant in your eye. You can put a freaking missile launcher in your arm, you can't get a haircut. Well, this is the way you get a haircut. You put on a different hat and it changes your hair. I don't know. It almost seems like it's a bug. I don't know if it's a feature or a bug, but I like it. So if they take it out, I'll actually be mad. But we'll just find a different look. But this is my look. This is literally, now I got a different outfit on below the neck. But that's the basic from the head up until this playthrough. And I'm probably not going to, I've tried a few different things and I don't like them. And I've put a little armor mod on the hat now. It's got a bunch of armor. So anyway, this is my game now. This is how I play this game. I wander around. I do some little street crime types of stuff. Then I go to clothes store, see if I can buy something new. I go to the weapons store, sell my stuff. I go to the upgrade store, see if I can upgrade my implants. And then I go do some more quests. And last night I just started the main quest again for the first time in like days. So I've been just, like I said, I'm having fun in the game. It's a fun game. Do I wish there was a little more depth with these, NPCs you can run into? Yeah. I mean, I was playing, besides Fallout, I've been playing Yakuza series before that. You want to talk about NPCs there. These NPCs, it's the simplest little storylines, but like half the time you're laughing, the other time you're like completely grossed out because Japanese are perverts, but most of the time you're crying because they suck you in, and it's the most heartwarming freaking stories I've ever seen in a video game, and they're the goofiest stories too. I don't know how they do it. So to me, that's a pretty high standard, even though it's kind of like almost a comedy game. Yakuza, a lot of zany stuff happens in that game, but a lot of heart-rendering stuff happens, and it's hard to pull that off.
Tiger claws too. Biggest one is a certain tacky
it's like this stuff, right?
So
like the fixer's calling you in. I feel like I kind of feel disconnected to all the stories, the side stories here. It's like she just said something to me. I'm like, I don't know, gunfight, talkie to me. There's not much to it, honestly. So, and there's stories where she's like, there's a personal favor for me, it's stuff like that. But I don't feel like I'm getting invested in Regina's storyline. And maybe you do later on. I don't know. And there's a few other fixers as well that give you, I think you do get to know them a lot better. But, there's all these gangs. You got the Tiger Gang, the whatever they call Maelstroms. And there's definitely differences between them, but I don't really feel like any connection to them. Like, oh, I'm more loyal to this gang than that gang or anything like that. There's just really kind of basic, again, I'm not exploring everything in this game, so I can't really speak to that type of stuff definitively yet. All I can say is there's nothing about that stuff that's totally sucking me in. Like what I was just saying about Yakuza, like everything in that game sucks me in. Like you can't talk to anyone, you got a guy walking around in his underwear talking about porno shops, and the guy's like he's your best friend. Like, I don't know how they do it. Like, it's like the weirdest people, and you're just like, oh, I love that guy. I don't know. Highly recommended anyway. Yakuza 0 especially, but I'm on Kiwami 2 right now. I've done 3 of them. And they're on Game Pass. I'm playing on Xbox. I actually do have a PC. I have an older graphics card, so I didn't want to try this game on it. But I don't, I'm a Game Pass type of guy at this point. And this, of course, is not on Game Pass. You gotta pay for it, but I am playing on Xbox. Alright, so we got another, we gotta approach the pachinko machines. Now, at this point, I don't realize to stay back. I'm just walking up to the guys. And I don't really care, because I'm a guns blazing type of dude. Oh, I don't have a weapon equipped from that cyber cycle in the last episode, because I was doing a barehanded. But we got a pretty good shotty, the charged shotgun. Oh, that guy's running like crazy. And so you can see the frame rate definitely dropped here. Everyone is moving in a little bit like jumpy, the frames there. But you know what? It didn't really necessarily interfere with my ability to fight these guys, like it definitely did on release. I could not figure out what was going on in the fights at first. So right now we got the most basic loadout here, a pistol and a shotgun. I can't even believe I was playing this. Now there's so many pistols in the game, I've actually not used a pistol as much lately. Where are you going? Some of these can go through walls, by the way, the power bullets. I'm not sure exactly which ones or how. All right, so here we go. We gotta get an AR or something out. Or maybe just a bladed weapon and go stab him in the face. Well, we got this AR. Wait, this copperhead. Is that the one I still have? Hold on. Oh no, I think I have a rare copperhead now, but I am still using a copperhead AR. Now, man, I love this song. It does get a little repetitive when you've done like 20 or 30 of these fights, but it still gets me pumped up. Oh, we just got hit by some type of EMP or a lightning grenade. Gonna do a little heal here. And yeah, I'm just doing a spray and pray situation here. Throw a little grenade of my own there. All right, so we can scan now. Now I can short circuit. We'll try that. This is like the first time I'm trying to hack in the game, actually. All right, boom. But yeah, that feels pretty good. Now, I'm a type of person that, honestly, at this point, I do kind of prefer third-person games, even including shooters. But for me, personally, shooting in first person is still pretty good. I like shooting in first person. The walking around part, I much rather see my character. I feel more like I'm in the world than just kind of like watching it, personally. And so when I play Fallout and Skyrim, I switch between the two. With Skyrim, I'm mostly third person, unless I'm doing a lot of archery. I like to do that in the first person. Or when you're in like a tunnel and there's not a lot of room, the third person camera, gets a little annoying, so I put it in first person. Fallout, I switch a little more because, shooting is good in first person. But actually, I kind of like it in third person in Fallout. And Fallout 4. The older ones, New Vegas and 3, I don't really like the positioning of your third person as much, so it throws me off more. So when I go back and play those, I'm doing it in first person a little bit more. And you know what we can also talk, I'll talk more about in this series later, but I love how this whole scanning thing, it's kind of like VATS, right? So in VATS, in Fallout, if you never played Fallout, you can target people's body parts. Fallout 1 and 2 were like these turn-based games. And when they came out with Fallout 3, they did like a combo of like regular action game, shooting game, or you can go into this mode where you got hit points and you do the damage with the hit points, and you run out of points, so you can't like only do that unless you really level it up a lot. But what I used to do with that, you can target body parts and then automatically shoots for you, right? But at a certain point when I was getting better at the game, I would just use it for recon. Like you go 1, 2, 3, I got 3 guys in the room, and then I would try to shoot them normally. So this kind of reminds me of that.
Get close.
And you can hack them and not do the body parts necessarily, but you can fight with it. So to me, it's like a more complicated and advanced form of the VATS system in Fallout. And well, that to me is a huge plus of this game. Actually, it's probably my favorite thing of the game, except for maybe like the world and the atmosphere, because to me that is what makes this fighting so enjoyable and dynamic. If I was just shooting everything, it would have gotten probably pretty old. Although I like shooters, I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna get old that fast, but it makes it so that you can approach these fights in like so many different ways, And what I do at first, I'm changing this a little bit recently. At first, what I do for the next, however many dozen fights, I'll try to hack them a little bit at the beginning, see where everyone is, and then I'll go in shooting, you know what I mean? Lately, I've been doing a little even more hacking, and I want to get to the point where they don't even know where I am, you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm doing in here. Oh, I'm just following the red dot. Now, the red dot is probably like I actually hate this in the game. It's these access points, right, to get the euro dollars and the parts, right? You can hack into these terminals, and it gives you a red dot on a freaking screen like it's an enemy. Like I don't even understand why it should be like a blue dot or just something different that's not red. So I'm looking for a stray enemy there because I didn't know what that was. And I know now, because I did record this in the past. The video. Alright, so we're in a pachinko parlor. The angles of this game are so weird. Like, look at this place here. It's like a little triangle wedge of a place. Alright, so here's the access point. So this is what I'm looking for. You got the red dot on it. Like, I mean, it helps me find them, but still to this day, I think there's another enemy somewhere. It happened last night. I'm like, where is this guy? But then sometimes there is another enemy, and they're not a red dot because they're kind of out of your range too. All right, so I don't know about this point, but at one point I got really good at getting all three, and then I got really bad at it again because they get more complicated. So for a while, I'm like on a streak where I can get all three of these. Now none of this really matters much, but you know, I like these puzzles. It's kind of fun. It's so simple, yet it can get really complicated with the way to count. See, here we go. I missed it. So I get a little better at it for a while than this. This is like only my first few times doing it. Because again, the first time I played that, I missed the tutorial part of that. I didn't even know what the heck I was trying to do. So I'm really glad I restarted. It gave me like a fresh perspective, and I don't know. This is hilarious, though. This is what cracks me up. The AI of these NPCs is so bad. Like, the fight's over with, and first of all, we were inside, so I decided to take a little screenshots with my new outfit here, and I wasn't even out on the street near them. Like, a bullet was not going to even stray out here, and 5 minutes later, these people are still cowering. So this is pretty funny. The AI for the NPCs. The the non-fighting NPCs is really bad in this game, honestly. I don't know. I guess it's not that important. For the most part, I would say the NPCs are there for like kind of background color extras, and they do a pretty good job when they're not glitching out like this. And this happens every fight, by the way. It's usually just not this many people. There's always some dude cowering like after you've gotten all the ammo, cleaning up everything, they're still out here cowering. So you need a little bit of a cooldown on that, a little quicker cooldown on that effect, and we'll be good. But like, what the heck? At least this guy was inside. I mean, he could have got hit, I guess. And meanwhile, I got another one of these stupid access points up there. That like the marker drives me insane. Like, I don't even need to go up there. Like, I don't need that. The money at this point, I don't even know what to do with the components. But, you know, got the red dot. You got to deal with the red dot, right? All right, let's go. There's got to be a stairway here somewhere. Well, and the other thing I don't realize this early in the game is just how easy it is to jump on things and climb up things. So lately I've been like jumping on crates, shooting people from above, and doing cool stuff like that. So I'm really enjoying the combat in this game, and I keep getting better at it, you know. And I don't mean better at just my aim or whatever, you know. I just mean better at approaching each situation from an interesting or creative standpoint, you know. So I think the game is actually that's one of the strengths of the game, you know, for sure. So I feel like I'm trying to see if I can scan it from the ground. Because at this point, I don't realize it's one of those access points. So I'm just trying to scan whatever the heck it is. All right, so here we got the stairway. I guess we got to go in here. I guess I'm going up there. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, so we still have to meet with Jackie. That's the main quest. So I'm not... It just defaults back to that quest marker. Oh, here we go. Here's one of these things. It defaults back to that quest marker when you finish up a quest. But in this case, any quest is going to get us out of this general area and like back onto the street. So I'm still following that quest marker, even though I'm not necessarily about to do that quest. Jackie is your partner in the game. You know, you guys have led kind of like a well, not really a life of crime. You're like mercenaries or something, and bounty hunters, really. So, you know, they had a little montage where you've been hanging out with him for 6 months and doing all sorts of stuff. So we got to meet him about this big job that we've been talking about in a previous couple episodes ago. But for now, I'm just doing little side stuff. And honestly, I like that. Like, I'm glad I'm at this point because I forgot that I did this in the chapter 1. This is basically all I've been doing in the game, honestly, is this type of stuff. I just wander around, you know. Again, like I said, I'm trying to do each fight different, so it's not even getting repetitive at all. It's like I finally feel like I'm really in a good flow with it, you know. Because you'll see at first, a few episodes from now, once I start driving around, I'll literally just drive up, run over one of the guys, hop out with my shotgun, and start shooting for a while. And then now I'm laying back and doing more to hacking and recon and sniping people. So it's like completely different, you know, a completely different play style. You know, and that's just my first playthrough of the game, so. These metal things are so weird. Alright, we got some Maelstrom fanatics here. So, again, like I said, this is what I kind of do, is just wander around looking for these gangs to take out. So a lot of my videos in Skyrim, I mean all of my videos actually, Skyrim and Fallout videos are what you call role play videos, where I'm like playing a character, and it's like not the you know, I make my own character up with their own motivations and stuff like that. So for this, I haven't necessarily done that yet, but I kind of see her as like not taking out the rival gangs, but like, I don't know, she's just like, she doesn't like these guys like acting tough. You know, it's not like we're trying to like make money. We're not trying to help the police. It's just like these guys are all like douchebags, you know, hanging out, and we're just like, get the heck out of my town permanently. But meanwhile, I'm just looking for these little baseball bats, icons. All right, so we got a civilian in here, by the way. So we're trying to rescue the civilian in this particular situation. So I don't necessarily want to go in guns blazing, you know, spray and pray style, because we're gonna get some collateral damage here for sure. So it looks like I gotta take this a little bit slower and maybe pinpoint them a little better. And I'm not that good at hacking yet, where I can like take them all out with. I just have the short circuit here basically. Is the only weapon. I mean, I can reboot their optics, but I don't even have an extra. So this guy cowering right there. See, now this guy on the left, this is a time when you should be doing that cowering. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a perfect situation to be doing that action. So I'm playing easy mode. I'm not taking a ton of damage here, which is really good, because if you saw my first playthrough, oh my god. There's a reason I didn't put up those videos, besides that they don't look good. Alright, we're getting pumped. Dude, this music, man, this stuff goes through my head all day. I don't walk around much because A, you know, COVID, and B, it's freaking 25 degrees out, 35 degrees out. But man, back when it's warm out again, I'm gonna be walking around with this music pumping in my ear, probably. Yeah, I like living in this world. Like I said, I don't feel a connection to any of the people except maybe like Jackie and a few of the other people in the main quest. Definitely the side stuff. I'm not feeling much of a connection to anyone, which I would say is a big flaw of the game, honestly. But as far as like, I'm having fun in like a interesting and complicated way. So that to me is it's success, you know. Again, whatever. No one really cares about my opinion, but I know people get angry when you, let's say you like something and then they're angry about it, you know. All right, so this is probably another one of these. I hate this. Drives me insane. Like, I mean, now I kind of know when it's you really can't. There may be a slight difference, but my eyesight's not good enough to see it. It's like, look at me, like, peeking around the corner super slow with my shotgun out for a freaking terminal. It's like, come on. I'm telling you, make it blue or yellow or something. Not yellow. Everything's yellow on the map, but you know what I mean? green or blue or anything. Orange. Orange would be good. I don't know. All right. Anyway, we got some loot. And more importantly, we got a new outfit we're wearing in this game. And so this is like, this episode's really good from my perspective, because this is a taste of the whole series to come. Walking around, wearing a cowboy hat, killing criminals. Then I go to the, go to the shop, sell the stuff. But I am driving around more now. At this point, I'm just walking. So that's really the only difference. This is my grind of this game, and it's a good game to grind like that, man. It's a good game to grind. So whether it's it's one of those games where like when I create a character, which will be my next playthrough, like a storyline character, I'm gonna have to put a lot of stuff into it, which I like that though. That's why I like Skyrim. It's like kind of almost a blank slate. You can avoid the main quest, you can avoid the guild quests, and you can kind of just do your own thing. So I'm going to do that. I'll be like, I'm at war with the Maelstrom boys, and I'll only go after the Maelstrom boys. I don't know. There's like possibilities you can do with like little roleplay elements like that in this game, since there's so much to do, Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of Cyberpunk 2077, playing on the Xbox One S. And we'll see you next time with more adventures with the cowgirl, or whatever we're calling her now. All right, take care. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.